And I was there, man.
I was there.
And I was there.
I was there, man.
But baby, I was there, man.
There you go. I was there, man. How you doing?
Yo!
Jerry, what's going on?
Technical difficulties and all, brother, but here we are.
There you go.
Bit better late than never, man. I didn't even get my hair did, so you have to forgive me. And it's technically still last night for me. We're living the rock and roll lifestyle on this long weekend in Ontario. Is it a long weekend in BC?
Yep. It is coast to coast.
Is this an American holiday? I was trying to figure that out.
No, it's a Canadian one.
All right. Well,
yeah, just Monday.
Lord Simcoe, or, I'm sure he's been canceled by now, but it's a long weekend here, but nothing's closed. Liquor stores open. Everything's open, brother.
There you go, man. There you go. So what do you want to talk about today? We got I Was There, Man, our first anniversary. We've been doing a lot. We've started off as 3-minute shorts, highly produced, and it's changed over time, and, we'll see where it goes. There we go. It's our first anniversary. 37 episodes, 15 live streams. Short.
15 live streams that we've done. This would be number 16.
Yep.
6 music insiders, whether that be musicians or like industry types. 139 shorts, dude, for 500,000 views.
There you go.
We're at 533 as of like 2 weeks ago when we crunched the numbers, and we've clearly gone up since then. So
yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. Very much thanks. Very much thanks.
Thank you to everyone. Thanks for all the support out there, man. We really appreciate you folks. Thank you for being there, man. We kind of let our foot off the pedal and kind of changed directions in the last couple months. We went hard. That's why you got 37 episodes weekly until about the 8-month mark. And then we pivoted. And now we started doing interviews. And now we're trying to launch into this Toronto angle, right? Which it says right there on the screen. We're trying to work the Toronto music scene angle and try to see if this plays out for us for like a 6-story arc.
There you go. There you go. So, what else is going on with you? You been to any good shows lately? Been I Was There, Man? Got any stories?
No, but I have been playing, man. I have been personally. I've been out busking, man. I played to over 100,000 people this week, man.
Nice. You're bigger than you too,
dude. I can't complain. I got to tell you, 1.2 million views of a shoplifter video that I showed a couple weeks ago, and yeah, all's quiet, man. There you go. What's going on in your world, brother?
Well, they're getting ready to go to Europe, and so that's going to be kind of cool. So one of the things I'm doing is scrounging up ideas to follow the path of the Rolling Stones in London, at least briefly, and there will be some Abbey Road visitation going on. I went to the Abbey Road Studios website and, thinking, is there any possible way they do scheduled tours or what's going on? Because I love to go in, obviously, as would every other person that's ever listened to rock and roll. Yeah. And it was really funny because they have this thing. So they've got the sidewalk, right? Or the crosswalk is right kitty corner, and they have a webcam on it. So there's nothing that says, and this is totally expected and completely understandable. It doesn't say, come on into our store and buy anything. It says, wave to the webcam when you're on the sidewalk and look for yourself later. It's great. This arm's length, keep you weirdo rock and roll people out. It's really cool. So
I told you about the t-shirt I saw a couple weeks ago, man. This guy came up with a black t-shirt with 4 white bars on it. Yep. And instantly I knew what I was looking at. It was the 4 bars from Abbey Road.
Yeah. So that's really cool. And I looked at trying to go to a gig at the Hammersmith Odeon because I've heard, so many people like Motorhead played there so many times, and it's not going to work out in terms of the timing I'm there and the bigger shows. But I was told by a guy, actually my barber is from Ireland, and he says, if you go to Liverpool, there's apparently some underground connection of bars around where the Beatles played the Cavern. Okay. I might be screwing up the story, and forgive me if I am. I'm going to look into it. But he said it's like basically they play rock and roll 24/7. There's bands going all the time. So that's, I don't know if I'll make it to Liverpool this time. Probably won't, but it'll be on the radar for the next time.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And we'll definitely do some drop-ins, some I Was There Man drop-ins from remote. That's starting late August. We got a few more weeks here, and then we should really dig out a Toronto connection.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, and this is one thing I did bring to the party this week, man. I want to call her friend of the show, even though we haven't even had her on the show yet.
Yeah.
Miss Kathy Young has released a single this week.
Okay.
And she reached out on social media to all her friends saying, hey, man, can you blast it out? So this is Spotify that I'm showing you right now, a screen cap. I couldn't quickly figure out how to debut the song on the show. I really wish I could have, Kathy. But at least we can do this for you, man. We'll blast it out to the audience. You released it today, dude. Check it out. Strongly recommend. It's like a soulful, twangy, little R&B, little bit of twang, man. You'll fucking dig it, dude.
Hang on a sec here. See what I can do.
Yeah, man. Spotify. Go dig it up. If we can pull this off, I'd love to let people hear.
Can you? Yeah, because you've got control of this feed, and
I give you permissions. Edit mic settings. Kick from studio. Ban from studio. I don't want to ban you. I don't see anything on your tab that I can allow you to do anything. But if you can do something, figure it out, brother. I tried. I thought about it about 15 minutes before the show.
Can you hear that?
No.
Okay. So I have it playing. It's loud in my head right now.
Anyway.
Hang on.
Check it out, folks.
Yeah, you keep talking. Kathy. I've got them. Hang on. You keep talking and try and do this here.
Sorry, Kathy. We tried to blast you out. We wanted to give you a debut, man. This came out, I think her post on Facebook was yesterday.
Okay.
So, way to go. She told me about it when she dropped by last week. She had a bunch of Toronto studio cats come and play on it. It'll be right up your alley, dude. You'll dig it. She's still got the pipes, man. The great Kathy Young, Juno Award winner, gonna play a role in the upcoming Toronto fucking series that we're putting together, man, for sure.
There you go.
She's committed. We're gonna get her.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
I don't know. I'm seeing it. Oh, wait, hang on. I might be able to do it. Computer's not authorized. Go to account menu.
Goddamn rules.
Account menu. Authorizations.
It's all rock and roll. We just want to play her song. I tried to rip it, and I'm like, I didn't figure out how to rip off Spotify. If it was YouTube, we would have had it. There's got to be a Spotify ripper somewhere.
But I'm trying to get it from Apple Music here. Hang on.
Yeah, we don't want to steal your shit, Kathy.
No, I think I'm paying for it. So we'll just, it doesn't matter. We'll just get demonetized for this show. Like we were making the 35 cents.
That's why I thought about this, about playing her song. She'll never copyright claim us, man. Never. It's the one person. We can blast her out on social media to all our followers, man. She ain't going to come out.
There we go.
She needs the exposure, man.
All right, let's see what I can.
She still has the pipes. She can still nail it. It's a great track. Amazing stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have her come on and talk about it then.
Okay,
I don't know if you saw my I put up a post on social media about 2.5 weeks ago. She came by, gave me a kiss and a hug, and mentioned that her new single was coming out, man.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Man, what a drag. This is a drag.
Yeah. I'm
listening to it. I'm hearing it.
What do you think?
Put the headphones on the mic.
What do you think, man? Give us.
That's good. Oh yeah,
reaction, brother. I know you know music, and I know this is right up your alley. I think, man. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I got to listen to it. Yeah, it sounds great.
She still has the mic. Yeah. Juno Award-winning Kathy Young. Yeah. Won Best New Vocalist in 1974 and was nominated the next year and lost it.
There you go. Yeah, I'm not finding it.
Best New Artist. Sorry, Best New Artist, I think, is what she won for. I mean, I've been fucking up her accreditation the whole time I've known her, man. I think she was Best New Artist in 74.
There you go.
Yeah, man. She put out a post this week of her playing in 74 in the big Hyde Park concert that they put on, which had thousands of people. She was the headliner. So
wow.
Yeah.
Something else. We got to get her on. That's for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah. I apologize. I tried to download it. I couldn't download it. It's, I think I bought it. So
you would think we know what, anyway. Hey man, there you go. You're supporting.
No, but it's like, it's an Apple,
Well
it's an Apple thing, right? It's weird.
Well done, brother. I know she released it on Spotify. That was the only thing I knew about. The only thing I could do is quickly grab a screen grab. So that's what we did.
Let me try one more thing here. Hang on.
We're going to rip your shit. We're good at this, Kathy.
Yeah.
He already paid. He just paid on Apple.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oops. Spell.
No, she's a doll. She's amazing. And I call her a friend of the show, even though we've never had her on in our episodes in our 1 year. But she's played a role this whole time. She pointed me to other contacts.
Yep.
She literally called up a record executive and handed me the phone in the basement of St. Lawrence Market one day and went, here, and went, hey, this guy's the real deal. He needs a good story. And handed the phone over to this record executive that didn't want anything to do with me.
Maybe next time.
I did get a good story out of it, and we might as well use it right now, man. So I asked that, and I don't have his name.
You don't want to. Let's not use the name in case we get him.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But he was like an old school guy from the 60s and 70s in the Canadian music industry. A player. He's still alive. He's still going. He still has a role because I know Kathy deals with it. I asked him when I followed up with another phone call. He's like, nah, I don't want to be recorded. I was like, no, we want you on the show. He's like, yeah, no. Well, do you got a story? That's where we're collecting cool concert stories.
Yeah.
And he told this story, Dan. I'll see if I can recite it as closely as I can.
Go ahead.
Garth Hudson, he's the executive of the Garth Hudson estate. I'm assuming he was a type of manager for Garth who played keys in the band, Bob Dylan's backing band, the Hawks, the band. And there was some special event happening at the Meridian Center, which it's now the O'Keefe Center, but it's now the Meridian Center here on Front Street, just around the corner. And he had Garth in the limo, and he was taking Garth to the venue to play at either like a whatever. It was like a reunion or something. I don't think it was a actual band show, but it was like a celebration of Garth somehow. And I'm going to forget who the artist was, but there was another artist walking down King Street and knew what was happening at the venue that night. Excuse me. And this executive literally went, "You want to meet Garth?" And grabbed the guy, got out of the limo, put the guy into the limo and shut the door and left whoever this up-and-coming musician was. And that guy, that's on me for not remembering at the moment who this guy was. He never became someone like super famous. Famous enough that it was like, holy shit, you get to meet Garth and got to sit in the back seat of this limo, man, before this like special event happening. And that was the story he recanted. It's like, yeah, do you have any cool rock and roll moments? He's like, yeah, I threw whoever in the back of a limo with Garth Hudson on.
There you go.
Let them figure out.
There you go. Apparently somebody was there, man.
Someone was there, man. Dude, not the best story, and I didn't give it the best delivery, but we tried.
Pardon me. Yeah, there's been a few. Oh, I was going to talk. Let's talk about this, and then we can kind of, let's talk about this. Aging rock stars.
Eleanor, just to shout out. I see the comments coming in.
Aging rock stars and acts that, so it's super interesting to me because I remember we kind of had touched on this earlier this week. You and I, we were talking, and I remember wondering why a band, say like Metallica, wouldn't do like a Johnny Cash track, and open up their repertoire because my thought, I was a huge, and still am a huge Metallica fan, certain albums. But I thought, wouldn't that be cool as a musician to avail yourself to the opportunity to play different kinds of music? Because they clearly have the chops. And if they were to do like some cool Johnny Cash thing or Waylon, you imagine them singing and doing a Waylon Jennings cover, that would be amazing. So
can I interject for a moment? They pulled off one heck of a Bob Seger cover, though.
yeah, they did, but I was thinking even more digging, and that was kind of where I thought about it, is them digging more into the countryside, like getting more authentic, because that's, anyway, it wasn't necessarily and specifically them.
Yeah.
Pardon me. It was just the idea. And then now, so here in Vancouver, we've got the PNE. It's like the CNE only Pacific, and a few bands have come through lately, and Motley Crue was one of them. And I remember I was my I Was There Man with Motley Crue is for their Dr. Feelgood tour.
Dude, you told me this years ago. Give it to me.
It was cool. So I used to work at a hotel, the Hilton in Edmonton, and a lot of bands stayed there. And what I would do is I would literally volunteer to work a double shift so that I could potentially meet the bands, right? And hang on.
As a teenager does.
Yeah. So I just turned my mic down because it felt like it was cracking up. So I'll have to check it later on. Anyway, so I waited and I worked I worked the morning and then I worked the evening because I didn't know when Motley Crue was coming in, because if they were late, and I wound up being able to carry, I took Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee's bags up to each one of their rooms, and I chatted with both of them. And, it was really funny. I walked in and Tommy was literally sitting on the edge of the bed watching TV. And I mean, these guys are on the road, so who knows? Never mind their stories of debauchery. It was.
What year is this? 86?
No. This would have been 89, 90, around there.
So full on Motley Crue rock star.
Oh yeah, this was the tour where it was the tour. So when Tommy came out and he did the drum set that spun, and this tour was the one that the drum set went out. Yeah, right. So and it was. So I got to meet them, and they're
right back in there.
And they were really cool cats. They were great. They were gracious to me as just the lowly bellman, and I wound up being able to check the backup girls, the Sing It girls, their leather jackets. So I got to check the Dr. Feelgood leather jackets, which were amazing. They're just killer biker jackets with the embroidery of the Dr. Feelgood tour on it, like amazing. Yeah. But the music they sang, Too Fast for Love, Dr. Feelgood, Girls, all those things, Looks That Kill. It's easy to predict you can't do that as you age. The screaming, the high pitch, because it wasn't like he was a trained singer. It wasn't like he was Ronnie James Dio, where he had that kind of operatic training, or Sebastian Bach, where he took care of his vocal cords. But a lot of these bands are coming out. So I guess this is a long way of saying, what are your thoughts on these bands going out and playing? Because I just saw, and I was a big fan of Wasp when I was a kid. And I actually have the green LP of Animal Fuck Like a Beast, which is...
I know you're a fan. I remember.
Yeah. So, I mean, but I've seen lately where Blackie is singing with a backup track, and literally he steps away from the mic and the vocal keeps going. And then it's like, so what are you actually paying to see?
I have two thoughts on this, brother.
Go.
So in the social media world right now, we're being hit with everyone's got a cell phone. So now everyone in those front 15 rows is recording when the guy's lips aren't in sync or his bass playing isn't in sync. And it took Sean, my bass player from high school, to remind me. There was an incident that happened when I was a kid. I was probably 18, 19, maybe 1990, 90. Maybe in 93 at the latest. Judas Priest was playing with Alice Cooper at a metal fest here at CNE. And Rob Halford rode his Harley out during the opening song of Hellbent for Leather. Only the drum riser thing he was driving out from under didn't go up high enough, and he was driving out into the lights. And he brained himself. And the bike ghost rode. This is a true story. City TV has the footage because I've seen it on the new music or City TV. Somewhere in that archive that's now up in Barrie, that footage exists of Rob Halford driving in head first into the fucking drum riser, and the Harley ghost riding till it hit a monitor and fell over. And they had to finish the song. And at the time, in those early 90s, as a musician myself, the thought never crossed my mind. What the fuck are they doing, man? Why are they still playing? He's knocked out and bleeding. It was a Spinal Tap moment. The roadies came out and dragged him off stage, man, while the blood was dripping down his face. And Sean was the one that nailed it. And he was like, because they can't stop the backing track. So they played the whole song without lead vocals with the two, KK Downing and Glenn Tipton singing into a microphone in the background. Help it, leather. Looking out at the guy going, go get him. Yeah. It was Spinal Tap. And the moment that I realized, it was a crushing moment for me, man. How many concerts, brother? Hundreds? To realize.
Well, the question wasn't so much the backing track, because the show must go on, and that's all. Like, you got to have there's parts of shows. A lot of what I saw may not have been played live, though, brother. And I was paying good money to go see those fucking bands actually play live, right? And there was a romanticized notion in my brain about, no, this is it. This is a special moment. This isn't me in the record. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would have to. Yeah, it wasn't even a question of with the backing tracks. It was a question of should they be doing it. They can't do it. Vince Neil cannot sing those. He can't hit the notes. And all the power to him. If people are going to pay him to do it, then great. But are you at that point? Are you better off going to see a cover band that's in their 20s, kick the shit out of Motley Crue tunes with the energy of a 20-year-old, or are you better off going to see the guy that's, just not healthy?
I had a record executive, man. The one kind of touch I had with the real record business, man, Strawman, the band that was in '93, that got a publishing deal. I remember that lawyer for EMI Publishing who brought us to the label. Sorry for the drilling in the wall if you can hear that. Yeah. Brought us to the label. He sat us down. I remember one thing he said in particular that stuck with me for all these years. He said, the singer is the only one who can't be replaced.
Yeah.
The rest of you are the bottom line is we can get any studio guy to fire up your rig and sound like you better than you.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But
and
how does
the argument is, and I'm relating this back to Motley Crue.
Yeah.
There's no excuse that Nikki Sixx isn't playing that goddamn bass live in concert, dude. I've watched videos of him. Not even close. I don't even think he's plugged in. And you're paying to see a band play for
That's
you.
That's the thing. I went to see my kids for my birthday this year. They got me one of those traveling casino show things where it was the story of Waylon Jennings. Okay, so there's a male singer, a female singer, both played guitar, drummer, bass player, and a fiddle player. And the cool thing was so I'm sitting down, I'm like, is this going to be kitschy and campy? Because I fucking hate kitschy and campy. And it was not. It was very cool. The first thing they did is they played a Buddy Holly track. And nice. Yeah, it was great. And then they started from there. And what they did is
Waylon was his bass player, man.
Right. And it almost derailed his entire life.
Yep.
And so they talked about that, and they talked about him really living up to the outlaw days later on. And he actually was a real badass. Like, there was no fucking around with Waylon. And so but that was really cool. But now, would I rather pay to see some 20 somethings or some 30 somethings play Motley Crue like Motley Crue was heard back in the 80s? And maybe tell the stories as they go along.
I'll answer yes before you.
Oh man, I feel bad for the guy because you know what, man, I'm a fan. They've put a smile on my face. They've made me feel good. They've got me through workouts. My really great friend Brent that passed away. He and I were huge Motley Crue fans together, and so they've they deserve all the money and success that they can possibly squeeze out of this life. But it's interesting. Have you seen interviews? Just stay on the Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Have you seen interviews with Tommy Lee lately?
I have come across some stuff, but nothing that stood out.
Wow, he is. The drinking and the drugs have changed him.
Have caught up, yeah.
Oh, they caught up to him years ago. He's 60
he's a
shell.
Now. He's in his 60s, dude.
He's a shell. It's something
the only thing I can comment on, like Guns N' Roses, same deal.
Yeah, they're interesting.
They're rolling through town right now. And
never mind.
Fucking less, Dave.
Never mind. They're rolling through town with the Black Crows.
And Public Enemy.
They're
playing with Public Enemy here in Toronto.
Three of our favorite bands ever. Dude. And I wouldn't
literally could care less.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because I have friends that went to see Guns N' Roses when they were in Vancouver last time, which would have been 3 or 4 years ago. And they loved them, but I'm listening to it and I'm going, I don't know, man. Again, another band, I wish them nothing but success. And who the hell am I? I'm just some jealous chump that wished I lived the life of Slash.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it's not what, like for Axl to hit those notes where you see the old shows of him from 91 where he's just reared back and he's like, fuck, he's Axl, man. He's a holy shit. And he's a shell. It's like, I'm a shell of who I was when I was 23 years old too. What you want to get into?
Even back then, as diehard fans, the drunk fucks bonded. My outcast group of friends from high school were the drunk fucks, and we bonded over a love of Guns N' Roses. Even as we sang those songs every night, half drunk in the trailer park somewhere, in a park somewhere, hiding with an acoustic guitar, we knew that our singer wasn't all that good.
but he's got a range. I mean, it's interesting depending on how he's like. Yeah, I mean, it's like the knock on Chris Cornell that he's pitchy, but he's still fucking Chris Cornell. I don't give a shit if he's pitchy, right? It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me if Albert King is behind the beat.
Axl's Axl, regardless of whether
his range is. No, it's just the question was, and you answered it. Would you pay? And the answer is no, I wouldn't pay. Now the funny thing is, here's the thing. This is the thing that blew me away. Yeah. So last, I guess, a year and a half ago, give or take, year and 3 months ago, I was living in San Diego.
Yep.
And I got tickets to the Outlaw Country Music Festival. And I didn't quite catch, I thought it was this multiple acts, like tons of acts and like different stages, like a real multi-day festival. Well, what it was is it's a traveling show. And at the time it was Willie Nelson and Bob Dylan were the headliners. Right. And they would opening acts would be changed in and out depending on where they were playing in the States. Right. So that's why when you looked at it, there's like 100 names or 30 names, but you only saw 4 bands. So
really you're getting 40 minutes of Dylan and 40 minutes of,
Well, so I'm going to look this up because there's a Outlaw Country Music Fest. It was, hang on, San Diego.
Even at 90, Willie was still delivering, man.
So yeah, it was July 29th, 2024. So is that right? Yeah. No, that's not right.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Wait a minute. No, I didn't see that one because I was here in June. Is that right? Yeah. Anyway, whatever.
The road again.
No shit. How does that work? How can I be living here in June and have gone to a show almost in August?
Willie's never not on the road.
Doesn't matter. So I went to the show. So I forget the whole point is I was trying to find the name of the woman who opened up. She was amazing, and I apologize. Yeah. And then so she was the first act, incredible. The second was Billy Strings. I think your current favorite. The third was Dylan.
In my top 5 for sure.
The third was Dylan, and the fourth was Willie. So Willie was 91 at the time, and I'd never seen Willie, and I'm glad I got to see them. I left about halfway through because it wasn't really Willie. It was his son that was playing, and I'm not, whatever.
Yeah, and he's sitting in a chair at this point.
But the cool thing is when he played, he wasn't as fast, but it was still Willie and Trigger, man. It was like you close your eyes and you're like, okay, he's the only human being that'll ever be able to make that sound. But Dylan, Dylan was 82,
Yeah.
and it was one of the best shows I've ever seen in my entire life. It was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, he's an older guy now. He's hobbling out, right? Hobbling out, playing piano, not playing guitar. There you go, right?
Bob Dylan, man,
Yeah.
and his band.
I had never seen him. So that's the juxtaposition, right? Go see Motley Crue and they're in their 60s and can't do it. And you go see Dylan and he's 82 and he's blowing the crowd away. And might I add, the ticket price, take a guess at the ticket price for that. That was a year and a half ago.
59.
55.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah. $55, man.
Because you don't need to be rich, man. People need to come and see you play.
Incredible. Anyway, that was
Dude, and Bob, I always felt had that Keith Richards thing. It's always about the band first.
Yeah.
Right? So Bob always surrounded himself with the best musicians, man, no matter. And he kept reinventing himself in his own songs.
Yeah.
But it was always with a handful of amazing musicians, man. So I love that shit.
Yeah. There you go.
Well done, dude. What, you nailed it, brother.
All right, dude. Want to leave it at that? Half hour.
I was going to say, why don't we call that?
Okay.
We didn't really celebrate all that much, although
sure.
I've been celebrating since yesterday.
Well, I'll leave it to it. I got my fake beers right now. So.
I'm
My
sorry.
president's choice.
I hate to do this to you, my sober friend.
Well, that's
But
okay,
yeah,
man. That's
it's
okay.
still yesterday, brother.
It's still yesterday.
Eleanor, thank you for being there. Super fan Eleanor, always a supporter. 1 year, folks. We've been doing it for a year, man. We're going to see where the show goes from now. We've got a couple interviews we're trying to book up. Dave, I talked to you about that last week. I don't want to, maybe I'm going to Cleve Anderson. We're coming for you, brother. We want to hear about those early Blue Rodeo days, man, and the cowpunk scene here in Toronto.
Yeah.
Still playing 4 gigs a week here in the Toronto scene, man, to this day.
We could maybe
38
dig into where
week.
the band's name, the Cowboy Junkies, came from. Maybe we can dig into that.
We're getting Cleve on the show, man. I'm reaching out. He accepted the offer to come on the show, so we're going to reach out to him this week. And maybe that'll be next Friday's show. We'll see if we can get him for next Friday and do a live with Cleve.
Yeah, not bad. Let's try.
All right,
Hey, brother.
folks. Thank you for being there, folks.
I was there, man.
Enjoy the live stream. I was there, man. Boom. What?
Yeah, play.